Galactus. He's the newest big bad in the MCU, a cosmic being of limitless power and literally a planet eater. Seriously, he's been a terror to the Fantastic Four and all of Marvel Comics for years, because you never know what day it's going to be when Galactus shows up on Earth ready to consume the entire world, all to try and satiate his infinite hunger. So if a god like being that powerful, well, today we're going to take a look at Galactus, figure out just how powerful he really is. So let's get to it. In an omniverse before the iteration we know now as Multi-Eternity, the planet Ta was in crisis. It was the last known surviving civilization in existence, but it wouldn't be for long. Radiation leaking from an event known as the Big Crunch was eradicating planets one by one, and even Ta was not safe from the danger. After multiple attempts to find a solution to the problem, they came under siege of the cosmic radiation, leaving but a small part of Ta left to fend for themselves. With no other option, the scientist Galen suggested that they go out on their own terms and pilot one of the starships into the heart of the cosmic egg. One by one, Galen's crew members were quickly consumed in a heat death, but Galen himself lived, and even stranger, was filled with some type of energy. And naturally, the universe he once knew met its fateful end. But it would not prove to be the end of mighty Galen. At the climax of the Big Crunch taking its course, Galen was brought before the embodiment of the sixth cosmos, predecessor to eternity and infinity, in the entity of the fifth multiverse. It merged its essence with the pure form Galen, being baptized in the energies of creation itself to become a life form that would change the course of the multiversal renewal, Galactus, the devourer of worlds. When the next cycle had emerged, Galen was no more, and Galactus was the only remaining survivor of the universe that once was. Now a new being in the universe of Earth 616, many will come to know Galactus as many things. To those watching by, a threat to all life itself. But to those wiser and more aware of the universe around them, Galactus was understood as a necessary component to the natural order of the cosmos, at the expense of having to consume entire worlds to sustain his complex physiology. But it didn't mean there wouldn't be those who resist. Galactus too knew this, and over time he began to appoint heralds of his very own to do his bidding for him and bring him the worlds to be consumed. Beings such as the Fallen One and the Silver Surfer came and went. All the while, Galactus continued to evolve to better suit his purpose. Should you find yourself in the presence of Galactus, you will find yourself consumed in the power of hunger that does not cease. Now, before we dive into Galactus's insane powers and abilities, it is important to note that even before he became Galactus, well, Galen was a brilliant cosmic genius that came from a planet that was far more advanced than any other. So already, crazy smart. Add on the fact that he existed not just since the birth of the Earth 616 universe, but the entire 7th Omniverse, all the intelligence and experience and skill that comes along with that, well, not even Mr. Fantastic is able to scratch the infinite wisdom and knowledge of Galactus. In some ways, well, Galactus just knows all. But how powerful is Galactus? That's the real question. But it's actually more of a trick question, and it's a little bit more complicated than just one set power level. But it actually depends on how full Galactus is at the moment. Now, Galactus has never been fully fed. That might not even technically be possible because he literally has an insatiable hunger. That kinda implies never being full. But while it's probably never gonna happen, if it did, it's safe to say that Galactus would be on par with other abstract beings in power. So beings like Eternity, Infinity, guys like that. Basically fundamental forces of the universe. Now, when Galactus is at his normal power levels after having just a nice full course meal, well, he's an absolute monster. Easily one of the most powerful beings in the whole Marvel universe. I mean, he can casually just chuck Thor to another planet, backhand Silver Surfer all around. He swatted Better Ray Bill like an annoying fly. You just have to know he's going to do this to literally every single hero you can think of, whether it's Marvel or even DC Comics. Hulk, Superman, Wonder Woman, Galactus can throw them all around all at the same time. He's just done it routinely. Galactus is simply above these heroes. No question about it. And then I'm not even sure that any of these heroes can actually hurt Galactus either. At least not when he's fully fed. When he's starving, it's a little bit of a different question. I mean, Galactus will never even try to dodge attacks that are coming his way, simply because he's always more powerful than anyone that he fights. Sometimes he won't even notice that people are trying to fight and stop him. We're literally like ants to this guy. And so you gotta be like a Superman or Thor level hero to even get Galactus's attention, much less actually try and hurt him. He doesn't even feel a full powered punch from the Thing, which honestly isn't saying much at this point, but he's not even fazed when Thor hits him with Mjolnir. The Ultimates, an alternate version of the Avengers, they attack him and give him their best shot, give him all they got. It does nothing. And this isn't necessarily a one-off either. Galactus can literally just stand there while swarms of heroes attack him. The best hero is nothing compared to Galactus. He's been blasted back by Thanos, just got up a little pissed off from it, then instantly beat Thanos, had him begging for mercy. He was able to take a full-on headbutt from Odin and shake it off, while Odin was knocked out from the attack and forced to go into an Odin sleep in order to recover. He can casually survive it if you literally throw a moon at him. We know that because Silver Surfer did it just to get his attention before. Galactus can even easily sit inside an exploding star or survive being at the core of a galaxy. The guy is ridiculously durable. And sure, there have been moments where heroes have knocked him over, they've gotten the drop on him. He was even scared one time that Thor was straight up gonna kill him with the God Blast, his most powerful attack. But this is all when Galactus has been seriously weakened or he's on the verge of straight up starving to death. By and large, Galactus is so durable that the In-Betweener, an abstract entity, said he could not kill Galactus. And all of this does make it appear that Galactus is straight unkillable. But that's not necessarily the case. It's just that if Galactus is ever killed, well, pretty much the entirety of the universe is killed along with him. But honestly, well, Galactus really has no need to get into a physical fight. And that's because he's got the power cosmic, essentially an infinite source of energy that Silver Surfer has described as being the universe itself. And Iron Man said the power cosmic was the primary substance of omniscience and omnipresence. It was anything and everything. It's the power cosmic that allows Galactus to do literally anything he wants. He's able to manipulate and control energy to an absolutely absurd degree. I mean, straight up, stars go out in his presence. They simply just go out. He's easily absorbed attacks from Silver Surfer, absorbed all the energy from Ultron. And he can also dish out some pretty powerful energy blasts, like one-shotting Silver Surfer, one-shotting Thanos, even one-shotting Celestials. He's been in fights before where they're straight up destroying galaxies. He beat up Mephisto while in his own realm. Galactus was in a fight before where they were threatening to destroy the universe. He's able to absorb energy from stars and planets, also absorb it from universal foes like Dormammu, absorb almost the entirety of Mephisto's realm, or even threaten to absorb an entire fourth-dimensional universe and space-time continuum. He's got the power and ability to control and manipulate literally all matter, literally disintegrating heroes into just a pile of atoms. He's able to create life, even beings powerful enough to destroy galaxies. He's able to heal and bring people back from the dead, even entire planets, and Galactus is one of the most powerful telepaths in the entire universe. His telepathy is enough to where it can overwhelm Thanos. He can telepathically fight against Odin. He's too much for Professor X when Galactus wasn't even aware anything was going on. And these are all some of the most powerful telepaths that Marvel has to offer. Galactus can manipulate time however he wants. He can travel through time, he can travel throughout different universes and dimensions, and even manipulate and destroy the very fabric of space itself. Galactus can straight up manipulate reality however he wants, literally to the point where his every thought can come true, and there is no distinction for him between reality and imagination. At his best, Galactus is considered to be a cornerstone of existence, a being on par with eternity and death, and tasked with painting the balance between the two of them, basically meaning that he is an inner working part of the Omniverse, and on par with other multiversal abstracts. We see that too, because when all his power was unleashed as a bomb, was able to destroy the Black Winter, who in turn has destroyed the sixth iteration of Eternity, which is essentially the all-death that could destroy everything. Galactus is able to fight and kill Celestials, who are literally universal beings, and he's not just out there defeating Celestials, but Galactus' battle against the likes of Dormammu and Mephisto. He's fought the Phoenix and battled against the In-Betweener, an abstract concept that embodies the concepts of duality and opposites. Galactus has even battled against other conceptual abstract beings before too, like when he was able to battle against Master Order and Lord Chaos in their true forms, representing the very ideas of order and chaos throughout all of creation. And some of his fights are just mad impressive, like when Galactus battled against the Scryer and the Other in a fight that threatened to destroy the entire Marvel Omniverse, or when Galactus went up against the Black Winter, the entity that destroyed the sixth Omniverse. Galactus has eaten the Galactus Seed, which is the heart of all of eternity, was a seed powerful enough to rebirth Yggdrasil and create a new cosmos. And if Galactus wanted to, well, he could start eating and destroying the whole Omniverse, all the way down to the first firmament. Then, of course, there's the ultimate nullifier, which has to be one of the most broken devices in all of Marvel, probably one of the most broken parts about Galactus. It's basically just straight up a plot device, brought in because it was the only way to beat Galactus, and has since become the most lethal weapon in Marvel. The ultimate nullifier doesn't just kill you though, it actually completely erases you from existence, extending across all of time itself, meaning that once you're hit by it, well, you just cease to have ever been in the first place. The ultimate nullifier is able to erase your mind, body, and soul on every level, including abstract and conceptual levels. It's able to completely eradicate universes and even an entire multiverse. And at its most powerful, was even able to erase multi-eternity from existence, who's a being that embodies time, space, narrative, and the living consciousness of everyone in existence. The ultimate nullifier, One Shot. Galactus was introduced by Stan Lee to serve as essentially God for Marvel. While there have been other more powerful cosmic beings that have been introduced since then, that still by and large remains true. Galactus is the unbeatable, the never-ending hunger, the one who consumes all. He's that guy. and he's just that powerful.